You're listening to the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Experts in joint, bones, and muscles. And with over 65 specialists, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. TOA. Live your best life.
Mills Family Pharmacy has served Murfreesboro and surrounding communities for nearly 2 decades, and we do more than just filling prescriptions. If you have questions about medications, we can help.
If a particular medicine needs to be compounded, can you do that?
Absolutely. Compounding gives pharmacists like Chad Mills or Craig Buckner the ability to produce a unique dosage, preservative-free and sugar-free if needed.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toot South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
Visit millsfamilypharmacy.com.
Hurry up and try new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're 4 fun-sized puffs packed with layers of pepperoni, cheese, and sauce, and only $3.99. So what are you waiting for? Try them now.
You heard him. We need to go try these new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs right now.
Stop it! Drive like the wind, Debbie. Enjoy delicious new Crazy Puffs on the go for just $3.99. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Hi, this is Dave Kivanemi at Music World and Drummer's Den, 2762 South Church Street in Murfreesboro. We're across from Indian Hills Golf Course. Come out and see us for all of your music needs. We've got guitars, pianos, amps, drums, PA equipment, rentals, lessons, most anything you can think of in the music genre. Come see us at Music World and Drummer's Den on South Church. We're across from Indian Hills Golf Course.
It's not just your home or car. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. We see your home and car as the time and memories that you put into it. Give me a call at 615-459-2683 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wommel. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony. Then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do. But your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more. That never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Back with more of the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup and the Countdown to Kickoff here, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. And we continue here with going over the teams that are playing this week. Laverne at Stewart's Creek. Laverne 0-8, 0-3. Boy, they need a win, but Rod, I just don't see how they're going to get that against Stewart's Creek tonight.
No, if you look at it, Stewart's Creek has really been playing well. Only loss was to Blackman, and we were here broadcasting that particular game earlier in the year. But they're a team that has improved, and I think where they've really improved, John, is on defense. But the thing again, you can, because they won a game that they hadn't won in 10 years or so.
Yeah.
And you can get a little hyper and have a letdown.
I got a feeling Coach is going to tell them, we've almost clinched, but this would pretty much take care of it, So,
but how often do they not listen to Coach?
Well, that's true. You're right. Antioch's at Smyrna. A big game for both of these two teams. Depends on who's going to finish second and third. So this is a really big matchup between the Bulldogs and the Bears.
Yeah, you got a team that is very quick, got a dynamic quarterback out of Antioch, and Smyrna is just hard-nosed, 9-5, working class team, but they always seem to get things done. So I think Coach Williams will have the team ready.
All right, one more game to talk about, and, of course, it's Eagleville at Richland, another big test for the Eagles, who I thought surprised a lot of people last week with their win over Loretta, but they've got Richland, who's 4-0 in the region.
Yeah, Richland quarterback has over almost 1,500 yards passing, which is pretty dynamic. But looks to me like Eagleville's offense is really coming along. They've had a good defense, so anything can happen. Maybe could be a great victory, because that was a big game when they beat Loretta.
And Snitzer has rushed for over 900 yards,
right.
12 touchdowns, which, he's kind of sneaked up on us, really.
Right, and we think of a 1,000-yard rusher, that's something to be recognized for.
Well, there's one thing that I know about Eagleville. Their defense is going to be there, and they're going to play steady. They're the most bend but don't break team I've ever seen, and they've done it for years. So I would think that that's going to be a thing that we'll be watching tonight, how the Eagles can do with stopping that quarterback for Richland.
Well, Coach Walker is just so consistent, and so is his team, just like their coach.
All right, that's your Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. When we come back, we'll check the forecast and get you ready for tonight's game. We'll have the keys to this game tonight between Rockvale and Blackman as the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff continues, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
The city of Murfreesboro is growing, and we need your help to prove it by participating in the special census. Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
We want to get an accurate count of our residents compared to the last census. The more people that are counted, the more state shared revenue dollars Murfreesboro receives.
It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
Since 1966, Vans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard heating and air products, Vans will do it all. Sell you your choice of products and then install it with their factory-trained, experienced professional staff. In the unlikely event you need service, Vans will be there with trained technicians. Vans Heating and Air is located on Jayhawk Court. Call 615-893-7930. Vans Heating and Air.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, JCPenney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
Is your car running like a dream, or does it need a little TLC? At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we treat your vehicle like it's one of our own. From oil changes to major repairs, our certified technicians have the skills and experience to keep you on the road safely.
This is Mike Woodward, head football coach at Laverne High School. If you are blitzed with car problems, go see Dr. Automotive.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car. Online at smyrnaautorepair.com.
Hi, this is Amanda at Animal City, inviting your family to come do business with my family. We have all the items needed to spoil your pet, toys, food, treats, and more. Whether you're a new pet parent or a very experienced one, you'll find the items and help you need here at Animal City. We are proud and thankful to be celebrating our 33rd year in the Murfreesboro community. That's Animal City. We're at 919 Northwest Broad Street, right here in Murfreesboro. Please check out our Facebook page.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
And now our national anthem by the Blackman Band.
And that's the Blackman High School Band with our national anthem. We're back with the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. And it's time now to take a look at our forecast.
Thanks, John. Another great night for football tonight. Temperatures in the upper 70s at kickoff, dropping down into the upper 60s by the end of the game. A little bit breezy early on, west winds around 5 miles an hour, but they'll begin to ease up as we head into the evening. Dew points in the mid-50s, so relative humidity not particularly high. Overall, a pretty comfortable night. That's your forecast, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, your heating and air expert since 1966, delivering the finest HVAC products and services at affordable prices. From the Rutherford Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ray Miller.
And it's 76 degrees currently here, and a beautiful night for football.
Time now for the keys to the game, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall in Smyrna. For auto, home, business, and life insurance, let Rick Hall help you get the coverage you deserve with personalized service that puts you first.
Rockvale comes in 2-6, 4-4 for Blackman. The Rockets could climb to third and all but secure a playoff berth with a win, but they'll have to face this Blackman defense, which has been without starting quarterback Javion Elliott, who was injured during Week 8. In his place, senior end Georgia commitment Jalen Morgan rushed for 161 yards and 3 TDs behind the center. The Blaze, coming off a 24-7 loss to Riverdale, secure a playoff berth with the win. It's big. I'm just telling you, it's big. Big game, Rod.
Yes, whoever wins this game gets a leg up in playoffs, possibly even getting the third position seed, which would be important to you, and who that you play from the other district. Based on the last, it is the defense of Blackman going against the offense of Rockvale. And we got an interesting matchup. Two MTSU commitments on the offense for Rockvale. Bo Bryan, a 6'6", 305-pound tackle on the line, and going against the nose tackle, Archie Roseman of Blackman's, number 79, 6'4", 330. So if you're listening to the game here in the stands, keep an eye on number 66 and number 69. So that'd be excitement there. Big question, too, is both teams cannot have turnovers or penalties. Both of them have suffered with that last week, and it really put them behind in trying to score.
I think Rockvale's got to be able to run the football tonight, too.
Yes.
I mean, to have any success. All right, that's your Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Kickoff is coming up next. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. Brian Barrett with the play-by-play and more here on News Radio WGNS.
At First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, we believe in making a difference in everything we do. From helping local businesses grow to guiding families towards financial stability, we are improving lives one customer at a time. Hi, I'm John Allen, Vice President and Commercial Banker.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. Online at fnbmt.com.
Sir Pizza. You can now order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. We've made ordering online a breeze. From sirpizzatn.com, tap on the location nearest you and begin your order for carryout or delivery. You can order the Royal Feast, create your own, spaghetti, calzones, everything right from our online portal at sirpizzatn.com. Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Andy Womack, located at 1535 West Northfield Boulevard near the Ford dealer. State Farm Agent Andy Womack, 615-890-0850. Now with the players to watch and the play-by-play story, here's Brian Barrett.
Time now for your players to watch, brought to you by J.H.J. Company, Josh Houston and Associates, Fans Heating and Air, and Winners Trophies.
All right, first of all, a look at the Rockvale Rockets. As John mentioned in the pregame show, Jalen Morgan, the outstanding running back for the Rockets, who's had 206 yards rushing and 4 TDs on the season, is now going to be behind center this evening. You'll have Romeo George and Drakel Kennedy at running back. Your tight end will be Dallas Paldo. Wide receivers, Riley Talley, Torrey Patterson, and James Stevenson. At center, Austin Krager. And on the defensive side of the ball, Kevon Reedy, Riley Talley, Caden Gay, along with Morgan, Josh Decker, Gabriel Breeden, Evangelos Brooks, Torrey Patterson, and several others there on the defensive side of the ball. Now for the Blackman Blaze players to watch, Marcus Cameron, the sophomore, has come in and has really played well. 32 of 50 passing, 350 yards, 3 TDs, 2 interceptions, and is about a 64% passer in the game so far. Grant Gardner will be at running back, 107 carries, 488 yards, along with Jabari Kemp, 98 carries, 478 yards, 5 TDs apiece for both of those. Wide receivers, John Dragu, Jaden Guy, Braylon Odor. Guy with 323 yards receiving on 18 catches and 2 TDs, his longest 64 yards. Tyler Burrow-Bomson will be your kicker. He's got 1 field goal on the season of 36 yards, but is almost perfect on PATs, 24 of 25. And Rockvale won the toss, and they defer to the second half, so it will be Blackman with the football first. The Blaze offensively, 756 yards passing, 1,030 rushing. They are 40% on third down conversions and 28% on fourth down conversions. For the Rockvale Rockets, 1,144 yards rushing, 981 passing. They average 229 yards rushing and 196 passing. And, John, as we kind of look at this game tonight, Rockvale is going to have to be able to run the football to open up the passing game. If they can run for 229 yards tonight, I think they've got a shot here that would kind of free up Morgan. Not sure what kind of a passer he is, but we'll just have to see.
Well, anything that would get him a little bit more of a good situation.
Yeah.
Blackman's going to probably send some guys. They've got a pretty good pass rush. But let's don't take Rockvale for granted. They've been in some games, and they've lost a couple of really close games.
Well, they beat a 6-1 Stewart's Creek team.
Right, and so you never know. Defensively, they keep you in the ball game, and they've just had so many changes offensively that it's really been hard for them to get that consistent momentum going that you need for a playoff run. But when you think they're down and out, they come back. So we'll see what happens tonight. Blackman, on the other hand, tough loss against Riverdale last week. Too many turnovers, too many penalties.
Yeah.
Matt Kreisky is going to need to clean that up and get back to playing good Blackman football, because they were before that game, they were one of the hotter teams.
Well, there's a lot on the line here tonight. If Blackman wins, they're going to secure the third spot in the playoff hunt, and that would make next week's game with Siegel and Rockvale a huge game. Still got to count in Coffee County in that mix, but their game tonight will be a factor in that. So should be a great night of high school football. Oakland is playing a non-region game against a potential opponent way on down the road in Ravenwood, so it'll be a good test for the Patriots tonight as well. We'll keep you updated on all of that. And Smyrna is playing for a home playoff game at home tonight versus Antioch. If they win, they'll secure the number 2 spot and a home playoff game.
That's so big, that home field advantage.
Well, especially you don't want to travel to Ravenwood or Brentwood.
No.
That's the big thing in that. Well, we are about ready to get this one underway. I believe that's Matthew Nevels who is going to be kicking here. It's either him or Isaac Troutman.
Beautiful night for football. Just a slight breeze blowing just enough to keep you cool. In fact, the people out in the end zone are really enjoying the weather out there. I think some of them could even take a nap.
I guess that's true. And the kick is in the air. Going to be returnable from the 16-yard line. 20, 25, 30. Cuts back inside, 35, and going to get to the 40-yard line on the return, and that's where we'll begin with the Blackman Blaze and your J. Mullins Jewelry kickoff time. 7:02, J. Mullins Jewelry there on West Northfield Boulevard. Expert jewelry repair, custom jewelry design and manufacturing, and those indestructible reactor watches. They've got those at J. Mullins Jewelry and Gifts, West Northfield Boulevard, between Memorial and Sulphur Springs. The Blaze are moving from right to left as we see it. Cameron sets him down with Gardner on his right hip. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the near side, and a tight end. Extra blocker there on the right side of that line. The play goes that way for Gardner, and he stumbles into the second level to about the 44, where they're going to mark him down with his knee.
That was a good second effort there by Gardner after he even slipped to get that extra yard, and about a yard short of that, so I'll give him 4.
Yep. His knee must have been down. Breeden on the tackle there. Boy, these numbers are hard. That's Odor here on the near side. Didn't have as much of an issue last week, I don't think, but should be the same uniforms, I would suspect, in the navy jerseys and pants and orange numbers with a white outline for the Blackman Blaze. And there's a whistle. Man in motion was the tight end Wilcox. And looks like they've had to burn an early timeout here. No, took a delay of game. So that's a 5-yard penalty. And John, this is what happened to Blackman last week. It was not necessarily, it was penalties like this that really killed drives.
Yeah, and it's not that Riverdale they played well in that second half, but it really caused havoc for them. Couldn't ever get any drives going.
That makes a 2nd and 6, 2nd and 11 now. And Cameron going to work from the gun. Grant on his left hip. They bring the pressure, and he goes down. The ball fumbled, and Rockvale, it squirts loose from them, and the Blaze are going to recover the loose ball. I believe that was Grant that got back on the loose football, or Gardner rather, Grant Gardner. Boy, that would have been a huge break for the Rockets. But after the fumble, the ball is back at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, I lost about 16 yards on that play. Just a bad exchange there. And we've already seen now 2 examples of what you were talking about last week.
Well, it almost looked like he was going to throw and then decided to pull it down and run, and just kind of threw the ball. 2 wide right, 1 to the near side for Cameron.
They were lucky they got the ball back.
Play clock at 2 at 1, and they're going to take another delay of game. No, they got a timeout called this time. So an inauspicious start for the Blackman Blaze. 10:15 to play. First quarter, no score. State Farm Prep Sports.
Greetings, friends. This is Lenny Farmer with the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home in Murfreesboro. If you ever had to deal with the final arrangements of a loved one, funerals are both emotional and financial. You can easily be drained both ways when you least expect it. I can help you in both of these areas by showing you the positive side of pre-arranging. Locking in your cost for the rest of your life will truly relieve some emotional stress at that time. Call me, won't you, at 615-893-2422. Let's talk.
Leaks, clogs, or new installations, Roscoe Brown Plumbing is here to ensure water flows exactly where it needs to go in your home. Since 1940, our team of expert plumbers has provided Middle Tennessee with prompt, reliable service. From emergency repairs to routine maintenance, we're always here, ensuring your home's plumbing system is in tip-top shape. Trust in Roscoe Brown Plumbing for all your plumbing needs, where your family's comfort is our top priority. RoscoeBrown.com.
On reception number 12. Pass to the near side. Gardner with the catch, but for short yardage. And now that's going to make it a 4th down and 25. And the Blaze forced to punt here. Patterson with the tackle.
Well, if you're a Rocket, that's exactly what you wanted there. That's good exterior defense out there on the corner. And Gardner couldn't get anything. They weren't fooled by it at all.
Bentley gets off a nice punt here. Braxton Bentley, the sophomore kicker. It's going to roll inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, and that's where the Rockets will start here.
Our game tonight brought to you by Ides Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, Middle Tennessee Christian School, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, Dr. Automotive, and State Farm.
It'll be 1st and 10. The Rockets clad in the white tops, royal blue pants, royal blue numbers, and here's Morgan trying to find some room to run. Morgan to the near side, finally going to be wrestled down at the 34, which is the line of scrimmage. Carson making that tackle, Ethan Carson. John, when you've got a quarterback that's going to look to run first, if they don't establish some type of passing game, it could be a long night for the Rockets.
Well, you know Blackman's been working on watching him, just follow him. They've probably got a man assigned to him, to be honest.
And we've got a whistle and a flag thrown from the sideline.
False start.
And it's going to be a false start against the Rockets.
Must be contagious. A lot of movement up there at the line.
Second and 15 with the ball spotted at the
We've got a
29.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. 3-yard touchdown run after the Emmons interception. The Armand kick good, and Riverdale up 7-0 against the Siegel Stars on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Here's Romeo George trying to run it around the left edge, and nothing there. Back to the 29-yard line. And it's McGaffey on the takedown.
No gain on the play.
So no gain, and it's third and 15.
The thing about it, if Morgan hasn't thrown very much, Blackman is not going to let the running game beat them. You know, they're going to sit down there, put 4, maybe 5 up front, and take their chances in the passing game.
Third and 15, and you would think an obvious pass situation here. Play clock down to 6. It's at 3, 2, 1, and they don't get the play off. Do they get a timeout first? That is the question.
Flag for delay of game.
No, delay of game. So both teams suffering with the delay of game here, and it's another 5-yard penalty and makes it in 20 now.
Well, you've got a quarterback here. What is this, his second game? And they're having a little trouble with communication, getting the play off in time. They tried to draw Blackman off sides, and then when that didn't work, they just took a little too long.
It just took too long to develop, didn't it? No score here. Just got underway. Morgan going to try run here near side. He's at the 20, lowers the head, and is tackled at the 22-yard line for a loss of 2 on the keeper, and both teams go 3 and out, and Anderson with another tackle.
It's like looking at itself in the mirror, but both of those teams on those 2 drives.
Almost same penalties and everything. So that will force a Rockvale punt. The only thing that could be different here is field position. Blackman stands a chance to get the ball inside Rockvale territory here, depending on the punt. A low screamer. It's going to bounce at the 45, going to be picked up. It's touched, and it's a live football. Dragoo, did he come down with it finally? I think he did. Boy, that was really scary.
You just don't pick up that can of worms right there. That thing rolling and spinning. Just to let it go, because he wound up being about where that ball would have stopped rolling.
Yep, we've seen some interesting play here in the first quarter so far.
Here's a special announcement from State Farm Prep Sports here. The Murfreesboro Special Census being conducted now. It means more money for the city to improve roads, parks, and services. Be counted. Fill out the fast, secure, and easy form at murfreesborocensus.com. Complete the census at murfreesborocensus.com.
Cameron passing here to the near side. Pass is caught by Braylon Odor, and Odor stumbles down to the 50-yard line to pick up the first down. Odor, 12 catches, 114 yards, 1 touchdown on the season, and comes up with a big first bank first down, the first of the game.
Nothing crazy there on that pass, just slant to the left and fired a strike to him, picked up the first down.
Hodges on the tackle. And it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 here for the Blaze, right at the midfield stripe. Ball closest to the near hash. Cameron, quick pass right side. Dragoo, 45-40 down the sideline, 35-30. He's at the 20, and he's going to be taken down inside the 20 at about the 16-yard line. A huge run for John Dragoo after the catch. That goes for 34 yards, but there is a flag right at the 45-yard line. So that will negate a nice run.
I'll say Cameron got that ball out in a hurry, though, and threw a nice lead pass out to Dragoo. But unfortunately, the penalty going to kill Blackman again.
This will be from the line of scrimmage and a 5-yard penalty. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, I should say. So, 1st and 15. 2 wide to the near side. Looks like Mark James is one of those 2 receivers. Cameron, the handoff to Gardner. Gardner trying to get the edge, does, and is going to be powered out of bounds, short of the midfield stripe at about the 48. Going to pick up 3 that time.
Couldn't quite get around that corner like he wanted to.
Morgan on the tackle. 2nd down and 12 now. Just underway, no score here. Riverdale leads Siegel 7-0. Got another score to give you here in a second on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. With a short field, PCA gets a field goal, so they lead 3-0 over MTCS. Pass goes right side. It's going to be caught by James. And James breaks the tackle, 40. He's at the 35-30 and going to be finally wrestled down at about the 29-yard line is where they're marking down. So a 19-yard pass and catch and a first down.
3 really good throws by Cameron there, and he's getting time to throw. That's the big key, I believe. Not much of a pass rush by Rockvale.
Brooks on the tackle for the Rockvale Rockets, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Blaze. 5:19 to play in the first. Cameron looks to the sideline after setting everybody down. And it's a run by Grant Gardner, and there is a penalty marker thrown after the short gain there. And it's going to be movement on the line by Blackman, so that is going to back them up. Well, no, it's going to be declined.
I think it was on Rockvale, I believe. I'm not
Gotcha.
sure.
Harper on the tackle for the Rockets. So 2nd and 10 at the 29 of Rockvale are the Blaze. 2 wide near side, that's the wide side. Cameron looks this way, now tucks it and runs. And he is going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And that looked like Hofstadter, rather. He was one of those in there. And Thomas, I believe, is another one. But
Marcus would have been a little better just going vertical up the field that time rather than trying to dart outside.
Ball is going to be from the right hash now on 3rd and 11, so he technically lost a yard on that play. Cameron fires it here near side. The pass is going to be caught. And that's Wilcox, the big tight end, 20 to the 15, and inside the 15 at about the 11-yard line. That goes for 18 yards. And, John, it's been the passing that's gotten them out of some really tough spots.
Well, they've got a lot of good pass protection, but I tell you, the yards after the catch is what's been more and more impressive.
First Bank first down, and they're operating in the John Day legal red zone. Seriously injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. 1st and 10 at the Rockvale 12. Gardner going to run near side. He's across the 10 and going to keep the legs turning down to about the 7-yard line.
He picked up some hard 5 yards. He just, that time he used his body strength to get those 5 yards.
Rogers on the tackle. Stewart's Creek is leading 7-0 in the first and driving again. They're taking on Laverne tonight. 3:34. Clock moving here. First quarter of play, no score. Best drive of the game so far for either team. And Hamby has a 2nd and 5 from the 7. Gardner again going to try to plow up the middle. Breaks one tackle. And then Evangelos Brooks finally got him down after about a yard or two there. Brooks hit him hard, John, and it was going to be probably maybe for a loss of a yard, and then he kind of sprung free for another yard or two.
Well, that kid is stout, man. I'm telling you, he's not tall in stature, but he's got some meat behind him.
I heard during senior night, and I'm almost certain I heard them say this was his first year playing football. So at least here, there's a flag. going to be a movement penalty here.
Yeah, he actually was a Rockvale Rocket.
That's right. That's right.
False start.
False start against the Blaze. Anymore, it's so hard to keep up. You know, you see so many kids, and now it's so many different places. Well, now this is going to be a little more interesting. They can pick up a first down at about the 3. So it's 3rd and 9 from the 11 for the Blackman Blaze. Gardner on the right hip of Cameron here now. Looking to pass, has some time, looks for the end zone, caught! Touchdown! And it's the Blackman Blaze, James with the TD. Mark James.
Nicely thrown. He bobbled it at the end, but I think he had it. He held it long enough. A really nice throw by Marcus Cameron.
That is a Toots touchdown for the Blackman Blaze. Blackman strikes first here in this battle of Rutherford County region rivals. Here is the extra point attempt, which is up, and it is good by Tyler Burrow-Bompson, the junior. So your score with 2:47 to play in the first quarter, 7-0 Blackman on top on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. You'd do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
What's your next dream? Paying off your credit card? Remodeling your kitchen? Whatever your dreams, they take planning. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack. Let's work together to come up with a plan to make those savings goals happen. Call me at 615-900-0877.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
Help us update scores if you want to tag us at WGNS Sports Radio. We'll get all the scores on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard tonight. The Blaze just scored. Nice drive, leading 7-0. And we've got a whistle and a flag on the kick. So we'll get to do this again. PCA, after another fumble and a short field, with 5:02 to play, another field goal. They're up 6-0.
Well, that's two ways to look at that.
It's two field goals.
Giving away too much good field position, but yet their defense is holding them.
Offsides against Blackman.
It's going to be an offsides penalty against the Blaze. It's 5:02 to play in that game in the first quarter. Got all the scores on wgnsradio.com. And if you're watching on our YouTube channel, just because of the dicey internet here, we will upload the game afterward. But if you watch, you can see the score scrolling across the bottom and the score updates, of course, here in this game. The kick is going to be taken inside the 1 and then bounce into the end zone. Probably should have let that one go too, but
this game tonight brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, a Rutherford County resident with an office in Brentwood. That's State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. So if you're in that area, look him up, 615-873-1700.
Well, even if you're in this area, he'll come meet you.
Well, yeah, he lives here.
Yeah, you don't have to go to his office. He might even buy you a piece of pizza.
Well, it should say that on the ad then. Like,
well, I don't know that he wants to make that public. I guess I did, though, didn't I?
Yeah, you just did it.
7-0 Blaze, 2:47 to play in the first. Rockets and Morgan. Going to be a handoff here. Now flags fly everywhere. I believe it was George.
George on the carry.
It was on the carry. Didn't get much of anything. And sideline judge is going to tell the white hat what he saw. Johnson made the tackle for the Blaze. It's going to be holding against the Rockets. Johnson, by the way, 30 tackles on the season, one of the defensive leaders for the Blaze. Well, that holding penalty is going to push them back 10 yards. John, it's hard enough to overcome. And then when you've got your best athlete having to play quarterback, I don't know. That's just not a good recipe for the Rockets. It's first and 20.
They're facing a really tough defensive line, too.
Yeah, you're right. They're all the way back at their own 10-yard line and trail 7-0. They look to the sideline. Morgan has George on his right hip. Quick pass over left side, and nothing.
Lost a yard. And that was a great tackle at the shoulder pads.
On the reception, Riley Talley.
That was Talley on the reception, Riley Talley.
It'll be 2nd and 20 from
9 catches for 196 yards on the season for Talley. Watkins making the tackle for the Blaze. It's 2nd down and 21 now with that loss of a yard. Wide side is the right. They've got 2 receivers here out this way. Morgan with a quick dump pass, and ouch. Dallas Paldo picks up 2 yards, but that hurts. That was actually Patterson on the catch, 0. Sure does look like 6, though. Brown on the tackle. I guess it is Patterson. 0 and 6 look a lot alike. And I'm old. 3rd down.
Rockvale needs a first down in a really bad way here.
They've got to get the ball to just past the 30-yard line, and they're at the 11. Morgan just throws it to the ground. Nobody in the area.
Incomplete pass.
And it's going to be 4th down and long. Nobody was open downfield, John, but I don't know that he was looking deep. I think he was looking at an intermediate pass.
That front for Blackman is giving Morgan some fits, too, and I think they're confusing him a little bit on the looks that they're giving defensively.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. Oakland leads Ravenwood 14-0. A 74-yard pass from Kyler Creasy. And they go up by a score of 14-0. Kick is off. And it is going to take a bit of a Rockvale roll, but only get to their 40.
Kyler Creasy's having quite a year for Oakland.
Sure is. I tell you, he's in the Mr. Football.
Yeah, we didn't really see him, the real Kyler Creasy, last year with the injuries.
Well, he was hurt so much last year. It was Chase Bandy who made that great touchdown grab, by the way. So Oakland up 14-0 in that game. Stewart's Creek leads 7-0. Last score we had out of that one. Scores on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. 7-0 here. And it's Blackman's football once again with 1:01 to play in the first. Cameron sending Wilcox in motion. Big tight end blocking near side. Room for Gardner. Breaks the tackle 35-30, 25-20. Down the sideline and out of bounds at the 10. Maybe just shy of it, but a nice run by Grant Gardner, who has carried the rock this year for the Blaze. 488 yards, but it's coming back. There's some dirty laundry on the field at about the 30. That looks like maybe a hold.
Yeah, I think that's where the hold happened.
Springing forward.
Yeah, it's got him loose.
Well, John, we have seen more penalties than plays tonight on both sides.
Just about, yes.
It has not been the cleanest first quarter of play. But we are kind of winding down the first quarter. It's 1st and 12 here now. It was a spot foul, so back at the 41-yard line. Cameron has Kari Dixon, one of the near side receivers. He is a junior wide receiver. That's the short side of the field. And this is going to be Jabari Kemp with his first touch tonight. Kemp breaks it, 35-30, down the sideline, 25, to the 20, to the 15, and going to be ridden out of bounds. I'm looking for flags, and of course there is one. Again, more flags than plays, it seems. Reedy on the tackle.
Well, we're getting to the point when if you see something exciting, it was caused by a hold.
It's crazy. This has just been that kind of a game.
40 yards and penalties against the Blaze so far in this game.
Well, John, they had 100 for the game last week, or over 100.
Well, they're pushing. They're really working at it.
40 a quarter, that's going to be, they're going to exceed that. So hopefully that gets cleaned up a bit. So the ball is going to be at the 38 of Rockvale. So 1st and 9. 2 wideouts here near side, 1 to the far side. It's Dragoo and Dixon, the near side receivers. And it looks like Kemp is going to move to the right hip of Cameron, sending Big Wilcox in motion to the right side of that line. The play goes that way. Kemp going to try to just power his way forward and carries the pile to about the 31, 32-yard line. And that's a nice run of 6. John, what they've been doing is they've been trying to kick it outside or go out. Maybe Coach Matt Kreisky said, let's just run it up the middle and don't hold anybody.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what he's thinking right now.
They're not going to get the playoff before the end of the first quarter. So we go to the second quarter with your score, Blackman 7, Rockvale nothing. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports.
Thank you, Rutherford County, for 39 amazing years.
Hi, let me ask Jack Hayes what his favorite thing is and why.
The chicken fingers and french fries. We've had them for a long time, and they're the best you can get in the whole entire town. So come on and get your homemade barbecue sauce and those good chicken fingers and french fries.
So swing by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations. Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. Toots is still the place for good food and fun.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part tonight by Pants Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, Bowen's Body Shop, and Franklin's Print Works. Don't forget to join us now tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for the Renaissance of Heating and Air Coach's Corner.
Update on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. It's Antioch 6, Smyrna nothing at the end of the first quarter, so start of the second out there at the Dog Pound. Blackman moving left to right as we see it now, and the pass is going to be made to Tony Walker, the senior, and it's going to be enough for the first down. They're going to spot the ball while I'm waiting for the official to stop moving at about the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. Nelson on the tackle for Rockvale. So it's a First Bank first down just outside of the John Day Legal red zone here for the Blackman Blaze. One of the 2 receivers left side is Ethan Carson. Looks like a little confusion here by the Blaze. Kemp powers his way right up the gut. And the scrum still pushing forward to about the 16. What a run. 6 yards at a clip for him right now.
Followed his blockers and just kind of did a pow dive in there and got the yardage.
He gets those dirty yards for you. Thomas on the tackle for the Rockets. Little time to get the play in here, it looks like. 2 receivers to either side, and now it's the big tight end Wilcox in motion. Kemp trying to bust it up the middle again. and still carries the whole pile with him. I mean, he was hit at the line of scrimmage and gets it down to the 13. That was another hard run there. That goes for 4 yards.
They've definitely been hard-earned yards for him. 20 yards now and 4 carries. That's 5 yards a pop, though. That's pretty good.
Gain of 4 is 3rd and 1.
Mabry on the tackle. 3rd and about a yard. They're in the John Day Legal red zone here. Bicycle helmet giveaways, safe ride home program, just a few of the ways the law offices of John Day are involved in the community. JohnDayLegal.com. Kemp running left side, and this time nothing doing. On 3rd and a yard, he's going to lose a yard here, looks like. Back to the 14.
On the stop for Rockvale, number 5, Evangelos Brooks.
Dallas Paldo on the tackle, and it's 4th and 2. Blackman showing they're going to go for it here. Ball from the left hash. Need 2 yards to keep the drive going on 4th down. They convert 28% of these. Hard count by Cameron. Looks to the sideline. Bark signals. Now Kemp on his right hip. Back to pass. Goes right side. It's going to be caught by John Dragoo. Inside for the first down. The big senior coming up again there. Ball at around the 5-yard line. At the 5-yard line is where they spot it. And it's 1st and goal for the Blaze. Decker making the tackle.
So far, Marcus Cameron's having quite a night passing the football.
It's a first bank first down, and one of his favorite targets, John Dragoo. Caught the touchdown, the only score. It's 1st and goal from the 5. Wilcox in motion, going to set up here on the right side of the line. Great block, but Kemp did not follow the block, which was inside. He bounced it out. And he is taken down for a loss of a couple there. Back to the 7.
It's a big drive here for Blackman. Brian, you get up 14-0, then you're Rockvale with the inability to run the football.
Yeah.
Really puts a strain on the Rockets.
Paldo, another tackle for him. Riverdale leading 14-0 now in their game against the Siegel Stars. It's the end of the first, I think. Here's a catch. It's going to be thrown to the tight end, Wilcox. Yes! Touchdown, Blackman Blaze. A 7-yard strike, and Cameron is having himself a night.
Second touchdown pass of the evening. He's perfect throwing the football on the evening.
Touchdown, a Toots touchdown for the Blackman Blaze, and they look to try to extend that lead to 14-0 after the Toots touchdown with the kick by Burrow Bomson, and he is almost automatic. The kick is good, and the Blaze lead 14-0, 8:30 to play, first half on State Farm Prep Sports.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and doing it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We are back here at the Inferno, Bart Smith Field. And the Blackman kick is going to be in the end zone, so Rockvale will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Updating more scores on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. 11:53 to play in the second. It's PCA 13-0. Smyrna was trailing 6-0 at the last moment we checked. So we've got all of these scores, trying to get everything updated for you on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Meanwhile, John, Rockvale's kind of got their backs against the wall here. They need a good drive. And it's going to be Morgan. Keeps it, runs right side. Turns it up between the hashes and the number. And gets maybe 2 yards. So it's going to be Morgan a 2-yard gain there. Huff making the tackle for the Blackman Blaze. 2nd down and 8 after the Morgan 2-yard run. 2 wide receivers near side. Blackman bringing the pressure, and it's going to be Romeo George with a nice run, and at the end of that, he kind of leaps into the air to get the first down. Going to be down right at the 30. Moore making the tackle, but Romeo George giving up the body for that one, coming into the game, 94 carries, 414 yards, 4 TDs, averaging 4.4 yards per carry.
They needed that first down, too.
In the worst way. Here's Morgan with a run to the right side, picks up just a few. Not a whole lot doing over there. So it's a second quarter score. Riverdale leading 14-0 over the Siegel Stars. If Riverdale wins tonight, that will put them and Oakland playing next Thursday night in the Battle of the Borough for a region championship. Deja vu all over again. That game will be at Riverdale. And nothing doing this time. Romeo George is going to be met for a loss of 4.
Romeo George on the carry.
Riverdale last year won the region championship for the first time in years. Oakland has had dominating control over that. Of course, Oakland got revenge in the playoffs and went on to play in the state championship game, finishing runner-up to Houston. Hard count here on 3rd and 10 by Morgan. Looks to the Rockvale sideline. 2 wides to the near side. Hashes and numbers. Ball dropped, and the ball is still on the ground. Rockvale is going to recover that, though. It looks like at about the 25. And there is a Blackman Blaze shaken up on the play.
It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to definitely have to punt here, but the Blackman player who is down went down and has not moved.
Our game tonight is brought to you by Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, First Bank, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, the law offices of John Day, and good neighbor State Farm agent Dana Womack, located at 805 South Church Street, between Farm Credit and the post office. At State Farm agent Dana Womack, 615-900-0877.
With 6:51 left in the second quarter, Providence Christian has now taken a 20-0 lead over MTCS. That's a Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. While the injury is being attended to, let's sneak in a timeout here. With 5:45 to play in the half, it's Blackman up 14-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Murfreesboro is conducting a special census, and we need your help. An accurate population count means more shared state revenue for things like road repairs, park improvements, and new sidewalks. Here's Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
Another big benefit is the more dollars we receive could also help keep our taxes low. We need everyone to participate, so take part in our 2025 special census.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service. From personal tax preparation to business bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, at Craig's Tax Service, our staff is here to help.
Get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
As a former Siegel Star football player, I know the importance of the high school sports experience. Good luck to all county student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight is brought to you by Sir Pizza, J. Mullins Jewelry, Winners Trophies, Donut Country, and Parks Auction. Got an update on that injury there, Brian?
Yeah, Rodney Irvin with a lower leg injury. He was helped off the field, and Rockvale back out here for 4th and 15, back at their own 25-yard line. Fumble very costly on this drive. They did recover it, but lost some big yardage. And back Dragoo, it's off of his shoulder pad, picks it up on the bounce at the 30, breaks a tackle 35, and then ridden out of bounds around the 40. Boy, we have had some very interesting kickoffs in this game.
Well, I know he didn't want it to roll back, go past him, but, boy, that was scary. But alertly picked it up and got those good hands.
Kind of an over the shoulder, tried to catch over the shoulder there, and that's hard enough to do, and it bounced off his shoulder pad.
Yeah, I thought it was either his shoulder pads or his helmet one.
Yeah, it could have been one of the two.
Well, Blackman's got 5:33 now to drive down the field. Rockvale, their job is to keep them right here.
Updates on some scores. Antioch now leads Smyrna 12-0. Stewart's Creek up 21-0 over Laverne. And here's a run to the near side. Pull down is Grant Gardner at the 30, make that 46-yard line by Brooks. Picks up 6. And second down for the Blaze. Well, John, if they have a long ground covering drive here, they may not leave much time for Rockvale, even get another touch of the football.
I think they'll want to try to stick it on the ground if they possibly can, although Cameron's super red hot right now.
Second down and 4 at their own 46. Wilcox in motion, the tight end. And it's Gardner, breaks a tackle. Grant at the 50 to the 45 and down at the 44, and a flag at the end of that play. Maybe a face mask. Or a horse collar, as Rod just said there. He had the glasses on it. I knew his kind of went down funny.
Holding is the call on Blackman.
But it's holding against Blackman. Wow. I thought for sure the way Grant Gardner went down, it was.
Grant Gardner would be leading the league in rushing if these holding penalties have killed every play he's run.
Sure have. Holding, Blaze, and this is going to bring it back now.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. The ball marked at the 45. It is second and 5.
So second down and 5. Looks like Ravenwood has found pay dirt. It's 14-7 in that game now, after Oakland was up 14-0. Another nice run, this time Kemp, I believe. Finally going to be mashed down at the 45-yard line of Rockvale, but picks up 10, and it's enough to move the chains, and a First Bank first down. With offices in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and over 80 across the southeast, that's First Bank. Tally on the tackle.
First and 10 at the plus 45.
So the ball at the 45 and another run. Kemp again. And Kemp muscled down at the 40, and now a late flag at the end of the play. Gets it to the 39, actually.
About 6.
Coach Matt Kreisky asking, what is this call about? Thomas made the tackle for Rockvale, but I think this is going to come back again. And it's a block in the back.
Holding is the call.
They're going to make 100 yards tonight at this rate.
Wow.
at the 50. It will be 1st and 15.
You get to talk to him in the morning.
Yeah, I'll bring it up early.
Well, if they get the win, he'll be all right. But right now, they only lead 14-0.
Dude, you're scaring me.
4:08 to play.
What do you mean he'll be all right if he wins?
He's always a good interview. Jabari Kemp going to run left side, try to get the edge. Never does, but is going to take the angle for about a couple of yards, and that's it.
Gain of a yard.
So that's going to make it 3rd down and
14.
make that 2nd down and 14 yards to go. Morgan with another tackle there. Ball at the 49 of Rockvale. Back to pass is Cameron. Going to tuck it and run. Has some room. 45 cuts back 40. Down to the 35 to the 30. And finally taken down there. He's going to do it with his legs too tonight. Going to take it all the way to the 27-yard line. And another big first down for the Blackman Blaze. A rumble of 22 yards for the sophomore.
See him just push the blocker out of the way.
He did.
Ball marked at the 28. It's a gain of 21.
Dallas Paldo finally making the tackle there. Smyrna Bulldogs are on the scoreboard just before half. It's 12-7. Way to go, Smyrna Bulldogs. Kemp tried to wait on the hole to open and kind of held up for just a second, and it never did. Back to the 29 now, so a loss of 2.
Stephen Nelson, 2nd and 11.
2nd down now, 11 yards to go. Nelson on the takedown. See, it's 3:47 left in that half there for you, by the way. 2:21 left in this half of play. Cameron to pass is going to be clobbered as he launches it, and now flags thrown. Going to be pass interference, I would think.
That's the first time Rockville's really been able to put a hand on him, and then they get the pass interference call.
On the play.
And I'm telling you, Cameron was laid out. Man, what poise in the pocket to even be close on that pass. And he threw it, you know, I guess a good 35 yards. So we'll see where they're going to wind up spotting it here now. Going to mark this off.
Well, I thought it was going to be his first incompletion, but the pass interference saved him there.
Yep. They're trying to decide. The white hat is helping the one official mark it off here. There's 5. There's 10. And there's 15. It's going to give them a first down, and they're going to be in the John Day legal red zone here too. First Bank first down, and the law offices of John Day have helped injured people for more than 30 years. JohnDayLegal.com.
Ball marked at the 14-yard line.
So the ball at the 14-yard line now, and it's 1st and 10. Cameron with Kemp in the backfield with him. 2 wide right, 2 to the left. Wide side is the right. Cameron looks this way quickly. Pass to the tight end Wilcox. 10 to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown. Blaze. 14 yards. Cameron to Wilcox. It's the sophomore show here tonight.
Well, Cameron is just red hot, and Rockvale in their defense has tried to put some pressure on him, but his release is so quick to Wilcox, he was able to get out to the open, and then he took it the rest of the way.
Both of those just sophomores. Toots touchdown there for the Blackman Blaze. Don't forget, Toots weekdays, $6.99 lunch special. Can't beat it.
And the kick is good.
The kick is up and good, and your new score with 2:04 to play in the half. Blackman up 21-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, JCPenney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
Mills Family Pharmacy has served Murfreesboro and surrounding communities for nearly 2 decades. From a simple prescription refill, an over-the-counter remedy, to a compounded prescription, Mills Family Pharmacy can help.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. Come on down and see us. We're located next to Toot South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro. We'd love to have you.
At Mills, we also offer a medication delivery service. Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Check out wgnssports.com for the latest prep and MTSU sports news, schedules, podcasts, and more. That's wgnssports.com.
Well, after the kickoff, we'll update you on a couple of scores we just got in on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard, and this one is in the end zone for Burrow Bompson. So Riverdale, they lead 20-0 over Siegel. Missed extra point there in that one, and that's with 4:47 to play in the first half out at Riverdale on their dedication night for the turf. And looks like Stewart's Creek up 28-0 now. Kai Mangrum with a 28-yard touchdown pass. And Antioch retaliated less than a minute, or a little over a minute later. They now lead 20-7 over Smyrna. Here it's 1st and 10. And a pass. Morgan. And here's the big guy rumbling downfield. It's Paldo. Finally taken down at the Blackman 47-yard line, and it's a 35-yard rumble.
Kind of ran out of gas at the end there, Brian, but he was wide open and scampered down the field. Big play for Rockvale.
I had trouble picking up his number there. And nice run by Dallas Paldo. Here's Morgan. Morgan is going to be swarmed and taken down at their own 49 now. Loss on that play, and clock still runs. Langford making the tackle.
They've done a great job on Jalen Morgan, only he's got -1 yards rushing. I'm sorry, 1 yard rushing in this game.
Well, if you've got your leading rusher at -1, that's tough. 2nd and 14 now. One wide to either side. Looks like Drakel Kennedy in the backfield with Morgan. He's going to line up on his right hip, no, left hip. He's helping direct the offensive line. Krager with the snap. Running right side, Morgan stops, floats one, incomplete, and that's going to be intentional grounding, or it should be. There was nobody over there. Well, I can't believe the officials did not take an opportunity to throw the flag. They have all night, but did not on that play. Third down.
A little bit of impatience there by Morgan. I think he's got more time than what he thinks he does, and he rushes it just a little bit.
3rd and 14. Of course, they've been pressuring him all night, though, haven't they?
Yeah,
it hasn't been easy.
They're big up front.
Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. 41 seconds to play. Blackman up by 3 touchdowns.
If someone asked, what's your more? Would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
Got our first halftime score in, and the Eagles are leading 13-7 over Richland at the half. The newest score on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Rockvale took the timeout here to talk things over. on 3rd and 14. John, with only 44 seconds, do you take a shot?
Yes.
3rd and 14 for Rockvale.
2 wides to the right. Now Paldo in motion, and he is hoofing it down the field. Morgan rolls out right side, stops, plants, throws it, and incomplete. Paldo tried to come back for it. Good effort.
He was open too, and open for quite a bit, but Morgan running for his life kind of threw across his body. That's a tough pass.
PCA has now taken a 27-0 lead over MTCS. And on 4th down and 14, the Rockets going to have to punt here.
And if I'm Blackman, I'm going to let this punt go.
But will they? That is the real question. Getting ready for this kick. I believe that is Selguro, but I'm not 100% sure. Did we get it? There's a flag thrown. The clock went to 0. So they're going to take a delay of game.
5-yard penalty. We're back into the 44. 4th and 19.
So 4th and 19 now. They do get the kickoff. It's a high kick. Bounces at the 30, bounces at the 25, and they took it on the bounce. And that they is Trey McGaffey. Well, John, 26.9 seconds. If you're Blackman, you don't do anything too chancy here, I guess.
Oh, I think I'm just going to run the clock out. You're pretty much dominated the game. There's no sense in taking a chance.
See what they decide to do here.
Of course, it's not the worst field position. They could take a long shot.
Yeah. See. 1st and 10. And it looks like Jonathan Hamby at quarterback. And it's a handoff to Grant Gardner. And he gets it to the 42-yard line. Picks up 7. And that may be the last play of the half. Sure does look like it's going to be. And that is going to take you to halftime here with updates on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Providence Christian 27-0 late in the first half there. Stewart's Creek leading 28-0. Smyrna 20-7, trailing Antioch at the half. Eagleville 13-7. It's Riverdale over Siegel 20-0. And Oakland 14, Ravenwood 7 here at halftime, 21-0. And that's a look at your Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. When we come back, we will have stats. We'll have a lot of information headed your way, and that will be on the Ideas Tees halftime show. That is coming up next. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports.
Parks Auction. We handle everything.
The auction is a means of drawing people together for a quick, easy sale.
I've always been a big fan of auctions. You know, you get instant sale, no contingencies and everything. I've known the guys over there my entire life.
Visit our website at parksauction.com to learn more.
Hi there, 12 and a half now.
Call Parks Auction at 896-4600. Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
30, sold it to you.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete. Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom design jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let me help you save by combining auto and renters.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too. And I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-459-2683.
For 150 years, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee has been dedicated to the students and families in the communities we serve. Hi, I'm Ryan Savage, Assistant Vice President. We understand the challenges of managing your family's finances. At First National Bank, your family is our family. Visit us at our Gateway or Memorial Boulevard offices here in Murfreesboro and always online at fnbmt.com.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Hello friends, Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. More than I can count, we have taken care of families who were totally caught off guard with the passing of a loved one. There are so many details to tie up. It really can be overwhelming. Again, more than I can count are the comments from families who have pre-planned and pre-funded their or their loved one's funeral saying, "I'm so thankful we took care of this ahead of time. It would have been a financial hardship had we not. Let me help you pre-plan." Call me at 615-893-2422.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
21-0 here. Blackman leading Rockvale here in the senior night for the Blackman Blaze, and they're being introduced out there tonight. Looking for the best in school spirit wear, where screen printing, embroidery, and specialty items in Rutherford County. Well, look no further than Ideas Tees. Plus, don't miss out on officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider gear at Raider Tees. From tees and polos to hats and more, they've got everything you need to show your Blue Raider pride. You can visit their showroom at 910 Ridgely Road, just off Broad Street between Chewy's and Chili's. Ideas can put your logo on just about anything. Stop by and discover how they can help you promote your favorite team, workplace, or organization. Learn more at ideastees.com. And it's time now for the Dr. Automotive Live Report. Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASC certified auto repair for decades. They grew up here and are your neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair, Dr. Automotive on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, online at smyrnaautorepair.com. And I couldn't think of anybody better to represent Dr. Automotive than Danny Brewer himself. Danny is with Smyrna and Antioch tonight. And Danny, what you got?
It's been the Antioch quarterback show. You know, Adams, he's been very dynamic. He's had 2 touchdown passes, and or he's had 1 touchdown pass and 2 touchdown runs. One of them was like a 78 weave and through traffic run in the first quarter. That was, you know, it was 3rd and 14, and next thing you know, bam, it's 6 points for Antioch, 72 yards down the field, and. Okay, so we just had it's right at the end of the first half. So Antioch was going for another touchdown here at the end of the first half, but it was intercepted by Smyrna. So 20-7 right now, Antioch, but it has been a very good offensive display for Antioch. Their offense has kind of ruled the game right here.
How big is that interception right there? But that would have put them up even more and kind of keeps Smyrna in it.
Oh, Lord, yeah, that was huge for Smyrna right there. Smyrna's defense has made 2 stands right there, and then Smyrna's only touchdown of the game was set up when they stood tall on 4th down, and then the next the next play that Smyrna scored a touchdown.
Smyrna, it appears the Antioch defense is kind of giving Smyrna some fits.
You know, I think it's one of those deals where Smyrna's offense hasn't necessarily been clicking. You know, last week was not a good display by the Smyrna offense, and it's kind of bled over into this week. So Smyrna needs to get some things figured out offensively. Antioch's offense has been on the field most of the game.
I assume you're close to halftime. Is that correct?
It just went to half. That
Okay.
was the last play of the first half of that interception in the end zone by Smyrna.
All right, so it's 20-7 there. And Danny, what does Smyrna need to do to get going in the second half?
I'd move the ball. They need to generate some offense, because the best way to defend Antioch is to keep them on the sidelines. They need to keep Adams off the field. And how you do that, you eat up first downs and you control the clock. And Smyrna's not been able to do that, so they need to move the ball on offense.
All right, Danny, get some rest there at halftime, and we'll be checking with you at the end of the game.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That's Danny Brewer, our Dr. Automotive Live report. And it's time for our first half replays in this game, brought to you by Craig's Tax Service. And Blackman leading 21-0, so it's been all Blaze. They got on the scoreboard first with 2:47 to go in the first on this 11-yard pass from Cameron.
Gardner on the right hip of Cameron here now. Looking to pass, has some time, looks for the end zone, caught! Touchdown! And it's the Blackman Blaze, James with the TD. Mark James.
Nicely thrown. He bobbled it at the end, but I think he held it long enough. A really nice throw by Marcus Cameron. One of 3 touchdown passes on the night. Blackman scored again in the second quarter, 8:30 to go, a 7-yard pass from Cameron.
Here's the catch. It's going to be thrown to the tight end, Wilcox. Yes! Touchdown, Blackman Blaze, a 7-yard strike, and Cameron is having himself a night.
Second touchdown pass of the evening. He's perfect throwing the football on the evening. And it made it 14-0. Their final score came with 2:04 to go in the first half. This time, 11-yard pass from Cameron to Willis.
Cameron looks this way quickly. Pass to the tight end, Wilcox. 10 to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Blaze, 14 yards. Cameron to Wilcox. It's the sophomore show here tonight.
Well, Cameron is just red hot, and Rockvale, in their defense, has tried to put some pressure on him, but his release is so quick to Wilcox, he was able to get out to the open, and then he took it the rest of the way. And the extra point was good. It was 21-0, and that's where we stand here at half. That is your first half recap, brought to you by Craig's Tax Service. Tax laws can be very confusing. It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services. Call them today at 615-890-2233. That's Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive, just off Memorial. Mike Brandon and Brett Craig, along with Bruce Hall, salute all Rutherford County teams this season and look forward to a great second half in tonight's game. Our stats tonight are brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, and Winners Trophies. And we go to Rod Edwards, who joins me here at halftime. And Rod, the defense for Blackman looked really, really good tonight.
Yes, it has. It struggled a little bit last week, the second half, but they really look sharp. Basically, when you look at the defensive stats, they're not going to have much because they didn't have the ball too much, and it's 3 and out many times.
And Blackman's offense, when they didn't have penalties, put up 21, and Marcus Cameron has put on a show here in the first half.
Yes, and in fact, I think part of the game is the short passing game is almost like an extension of the run game, and then he's also getting some downfield too, and it's almost perfect. We'll find out for sure if he's perfect or not from Brian in a few minutes, but Blackman looks so much better this week offensively.
Rockvale having trouble running the football, really, Rod.
Yeah.
And that's been kind of their downfall.
Right. And basically, I mean, Morgan tries to find the opening. Maybe he's able to do that last week, but you don't do it with Blackman. Their middle is so strong, but they covered well. They didn't cover well last week. They let Riverdale get it on the outside. They didn't let Oakland get on the outside, but they're shutting that outside down also.
You've got the defensive stats, and who are you going to start with tonight?
Well, we'll start with Rockvale, the visiting team, leading. There are 2 that are leading both teams in tackles with 4. That's Evangelos Brooks and Joshua Decker. And then Dallas Paldo has 3. And then we have those with 2 tackles are Patterson, Morgan, Reedy, Hodges, Breeden, Nelson, and Thomas. Now for Blackman, it's going to be less because they didn't have the ball. that much. Rockvale didn't. So Trey McGaffey has 2. Jamel Johnson has 2. Tramel made a tremendous play on one. They tried to go left. He shed 2 blockers and made the tackle. So he has 2. And then with 1 tackle are Langford, Anderson, Brown, Watkins, Malden, Moore, and Stewart. But it's a dominant, really defensive game as well as an offensive game for Blackman tonight.
All right, Rod, here's the offensive stats for Blackman. First of all, Marcus Cameron, 2 carries for 22 yards. Grant Gardner, 6 carries, 26 yards. Jabari Kemp is 10 carries for 34 yards. Marcus Cameron, 8 of 8 in the first half, 100 yards even, dead even. And his favorite targets have been Durgu and James and also Adur. And it's just been really a really nice game for Marcus Cameron. 82 yards rushing for Blackman, 100 passing for 182. That's pretty consistent there. For the Rockvale Rockets, Romeo George, 3 carries, 8 yards. Jalen Morgan, 5 carries, 1 yard. And Paldo, 1 carry, 35 yards. Rockville's rushed for 44. They've only passed for 1 yard total, for a total of 45. The penalties have been an interesting story. Rockville with 30, Blackman with 60 yards in penalties. And so that score could have been even worse probably.
Right. And I'm sure Blackman doesn't want to hit 100 again.
No.
Last week.
No, they'll probably be running a lot.
Should.
And that's a look at your stats, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. We're going to take a brief timeout, and when we come back, we'll update the scoreboard and talk to you a little bit more about the keys to the game to the second half here on State Farm Prep Football. You're listening to the IDIS-T's halftime show.
Hey, this is Dan with Music World and Drummers Den. Come in for your guitars, keyboards, drums. We have you covered. Lessons, we got that. Drums and every other instrument with strings or keys. Music World and Drummers Den. The one-stop shop where you have everything that you might need. Ukuleles, violins, things that they're not expecting to find just everywhere they go. Come see us at Music World and Drummers Den, 2762 South Church Street, right across from the golf course. Music World and Drummers Den.
Thank you, Rutherford County, for 39 amazing years.
Hi, this is Jack Hayes.
And this is Wade Hayes. It's an election year, 2024. Please get out and vote.
Make one of our Rutherford County locations your pre- or post-voting spot. Stop by Toots and make sure you get out and vote.
It's the American way.
And after 39 years, we still have our $6.99 daily lunch special. So swing by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations for some good food and fun.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back to the IDIS-T's halftime show. 27-0 here. Make that 21-0. Blackman leading over Rockvale. And now we go to Clark Blair with an update on the Riverdale-Siegel game.
From Riverdale High School at the half, it is Riverdale 30, Siegel nothing. Siegel has 3 turnovers, a fumble, a couple of interceptions. Riverdale's taking advantage of the short field, turning those into scores. It's been all Riverdale. Again, 30-0 at the half, and Riverdale receives a second half kickoff.
All right, thank you, Clark. It's time for the Rayburn Insurance keys to the game here as we talk about what they're going to do here in the second half.
Time now for the keys to the second half, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall in Smyrna. For auto, home, business, and life insurance, let Rick Hall help you get the coverage you deserve with personalized service that puts you first.
Rod, I don't know what to tell you here, but the keys to the game for Rockvale, they've got to get some semblance of an offense going.
Right, and I think their backs are going to have to attack the line of scrimmage. They're standing back and waiting, looking for a hole to open up. There's no hole opening up.
Yeah.
You got to attack it. You got to fake. You got to try jet sweeps, get the guy in motion, maybe fake it to him. The quarterback can go then or hand to him, and back and forth. Make some doubt.
Nothing vertical up the field. It's been more kind of shake and bake down in the backfield and try to go to the outside.
And if you get short, quick passes right up, up the middle. I like the screen that they had. That worked good. You looked one way, turned, and threw back door screen. Now, as far as Blackman's got to prove they can play a full game. Didn't play very well second half last year. We're at week 9, and next week's week 10, then the playoffs. So you got to be able to play a full game. So that's what Coach Kraske is going to be really emphasizing. Stay focused. I want to see what I saw this first half. I want to see the same thing this half.
They did get better in the second quarter as they made those couple of scores.
But that's because they stopped the penalties.
Right. I mentioned Morgan a little bit. They're stunning. Blackman's doing some things on that defensive line that's creating some problems for Morgan. I don't think he feels comfortable. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, and you don't know what they've worked on.
Yeah.
What have you worked on for your offense? If you haven't worked on, say, jet sweeps or anything, it's going to be hard to do it. So they're in trouble if they don't have any other options besides him waiting and trying to run.
I think it's really important that they come out in this second half, Rockvale, and move the football.
Yes. And I want to see them tackling harder.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, they've been tackling soft.
Yeah.
And a lot of the tackles have been back. You got to attack. You got to penetrate. Get in. Put pressure on Cameron. Come after him.
That's your Rayburn's insurance keys to the second half. Rayburn Insurance, that's Agent Rick Hall, locally owned agency in Smyrna. They offer the personalized service you won't get from big out-of-town state providers. For auto, home, life, and business insurance needs, talk to Rick Hall, providing competitive prices and local advice. A quick look at our Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. We've got 21-0 here at half. Blackman and Ravenwood are tied at 14. Riverdale all over Siegel, as Clark mentioned, 30-0. Eagleville still leading Richland 13-7. Antioch 20, Smyrna 7. That's at half. Stewart's Creek 28, Laverne nothing. And I would imagine that's at halftime as well. And 27-7, PCA leading Middle Tennessee Christian School. All those are at halftime with the exception of Ravenwood and Oakland. We're going to take a timeout. Brian Barrett will be back with the second half of action. It's 21-0 Blackman.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. I'm Lee Colvin, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'd like to help. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Upgrade your home's comfort with Roscoe Brown & Carrier smart thermostats. Yep, they're smarter than me. Our cutting-edge technology learns your habits, adjusting your home's temperature for ultimate comfort, all while saving on energy costs. Experience the convenience of controlling your HVAC system. Just click of a button on your phone from anywhere at any time. Turn to the experts at Roscoe Brown & Carrier, where modern comfort meets innovation. Your family's comfort is our family's legacy. We're Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
We're at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, talking with Anne Marie Brents.
When people walk in and they're like, tell me what's good, I usually tell them the loaded baked potato, which is a fully loaded potato with the butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon, and chives, and then we put meat on top of it.
At Rick's, they use the largest potatoes you can find.
Every Tuesday we run a special on the loaded potatoes. We call it Tater Tuesday, and we sell a lot of potatoes.
Barbecue, smoked chicken, ribs, they've got it all at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive, and online at ricksbbq.com.
Participating in Murfreesboro's special census could help bring more funding to our city, $175 per resident per year. Here's Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
Those dollars shared with us will greatly benefit our community, build roads, maintain parks, improve public safety, and much more.
It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
It's football time in Tennessee. Of course, that means tailgating and travel. Don't fumble due to a poorly maintained vehicle. At Dr. Automotive, we're here to help you score, whether it be a length of the field drive or a quick pick six. We'll help you tackle brake repair, heating issues, battery needs, and maintenance as you march downfield. We're on your team and here to make sure that you're ready for the big game. At Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Go deep.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
You can check out wgnssports.com for the latest prep and MTSU sports news, schedules, podcasts, and more. That's wgnssports.com. We turn things over to Brian Barrett. And Brian, I first want to mention about the Prentice Awesome Heating and Air Coaches Corner that's coming up in just, a few hours?
Yeah, when you put it that way.
Yeah.
But bright and early in the morning, 9 o'clock, we'll be on the air. And let's see, you've got the first leg. I'm the middle reliever, and Danny's going to pick up the last three interviews of the morning.
Oh, he'll blow that save.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
That's coming up tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Start off with Riverdale, Smyrna, Blackman, and then keep on trucking down through the lineup there of all of the coaches. So be sure to hang in with us for that in the morning. MTCS Cougar Corner will head your way at, let's see, 11:15. By the way, Oakland scored right before half a field goal to put them up 17-14. And I want to thank my pal Ron Reeves for sending me that, and Bob Bugg. Both of them taking care of that game and getting us some scores from that. John gave you the other scores that are going on. Everything at halftime, but we're about ready to start the third quarter of play from here with Blackman leading 21-0. So Oakland leads at halftime in a battle of undefeateds. Riverdale up comfortably. Eagleville with a halftime lead. Smyrna needs a good second half against the Antioch Bears. Stewart's Creek handling Laverne, and PCA with a 20-point lead over Middle Tennessee Christian School tonight. Scores there we have for you on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. About ready to go here, and of course you might remember that the Rockets won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they will have the football, and we're about ready to go here. We're going to be ahead of everybody here, it looks like.
16, James Stevenson.
As we get things rocking and rolling.
Tyler Barham-Bozen to kick off for the Blaze.
And the Blaze ready to kick off. I think that's James Hughes, if I have that right. And back to receive the Rockets, but it's going to be a touchback.
That's an automatic touchback.
So it'll be first and 10 at the 20-yard line. Let's see here. Rockets going to roll out here first and 10. And it will be Jalen Morgan, the senior, back behind center. to send 3 wide here to the near side. Of course, Rockvale trailing here 21-0.
Quarterback George is running back.
And it's Romeo George on his left hip. The give is to Romeo George.
Romeo George on the carry.
And picks up a few.
On the stop for Blackman, number 79.
Roseman on the tackle.
Gain of 3.
So George
23, 2nd and 7.
With a 3-yard pickup there to bring up 2nd down and 7. Just underway here, second half. Rockets need a good start here. Looks like Dallas Paldo and 2 more wideouts come to join here near side, and we've got a whistle. Didn't see a flag, but it was. And that looks like it's going to be a false start against Rockvale.
Moves it to the 18-yard line.
A little stunning on the
2nd and 12
by the Blackman defense. 5-yard penalty for the Rockets. Morgan going to keep it himself. He's going to pick up those 5 yards plus some as he gets to about the 25.
On the stop for Blackman, number 23, Tremel Johnson.
So Morgan gets it up to the 24. So a 6-yard pickup for Morgan. Johnson with the tackle. So George with a 3-yard run and Morgan with a 6-yard run, and a 5-yard penalty is what Rockvale has had on this series so far, with a 3rd and 6 now. They've got 1 wide out here around the numbers on the wide side. That's the right. Morgan going to keep it himself, reverses field, and that was a mistake. He's going to be pushed back and lose big yardage there.
Quarterback Jalen Morgan is sacked by
and
number 1, Ethan
that's going to be a
Carson.
sack, and Ethan Carson with the brown bag special. And Ethan on the season
Forward progress
has 4 sacks. You can
line.
make it 5 now.
It will be 4th and 12.
So 4th and 12.
Another situation where they've just not been able to move the ball. Looked a little better that time, but still going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, just 2 positive yard gains. George 3, Morgan 6, but then he loses that 6. Exactly. And the kick blocked. It's going to be actually picked up, though,
the ball will go on down
by the Rockets.
On the block for Blackman, number
But
16,
it is
Brown.
Brown with the block. However, he blocked it, and so the ball is going to be inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So the Blaze in really good spot right here after the punt block. John, it couldn't go any worse for Rockvale than that.
No, that's kind of the tip of the iceberg right there.
3rd block of the year.
Well, you know, they did Stewart's Creek that way. Cost Stewart's Creek that game.
A run here to the near side by
on the carry. Picks up a yard to the 7.
Gardner.
On the stop for
Short yardage pickup there.
Nelson. 2nd and goal at
2nd and goal now from the 7. Nelson with the tackle for Rockvale. It's Hamby back behind center. No, that's Cameron. Marcus Cameron. Gardner on his left hip. The give is to Gardner. Plows forward. Gets to the 5.
On the carry.
And that's it. So a 2-yard pickup there. 3rd and goal now from the 5-yard line.
Gain of 2 to the 5. It is
Paldo on the tackle for the Rockets. Wide side is the left, so the ball is on the right hash. Cameron's going to have 2 wideouts out there. Dragoo is one of them, and the other is Mark James. Tight end Marcus Wilcox on the right side of that line. Cameron looking to go left side to Dragoo, and it's broken up and incomplete. And I believe that was Paldo. Blocked the, or tipped the pass. So that's going to bring on Tyler Burrow-Bomsen.
Well, I know Coach Kreisky would love to put that in, but if you can get some points out of this, that's kind of gravy points there because you really weren't expecting it.
It's going to be a 22-yard field goal attempt. He is 1 of 2 on the season, as long as 36 yards. This is a 22-yard field goal attempt for Burrow-Bomsen, and it's blocked. The kick is blocked, and that was Dallas Paldo again, I think. My goodness. He's made 2 spectacular plays on defense here.
Well, you got to tip your cap there to Rockvale because that could have been devastating. This kind of keeps some hope.
Well, it kind of erases their blocked punt there. Did not give up any points. And let's see, start of the second half, and it's 35-0 in that Stewart's Creek game against Laverne. An update on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. 1st and 10 here for the Rockets. 8:21 to play in the third quarter. Still 21-0 Blackman. 3 wide near side for Rockvale. It's going to be a keeper by Morgan, and he's muscled down at the 24 for about a yard gain. They have done an excellent job on him tonight, I think, John.
Yes.
Kind of taking him out of the offense.
Yeah.
Our game tonight brought to you by Toots Good Food and Fun, Bud's Tire, along with Wilson Bank and Trust. State Farm Prep Sports with Brian, John, and Rod. Micah Robeson taking care of the camera work tonight, which we'll upload the game after. Tough internet connection here at Blackman. Morgan going right side, finds a little crease, turns it upfield, and gets to the 26. So picks up 2 for before Carson brings him down.
That way you can watch the Oakland-Ravenwood game live if you're not listening to this game and pick us up later. That's another.
True.
By the way, don't unplug in or unplug in anything. There's water on the floor.
Yeah.
It's probably under your feet.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
Well, I tried to get it up, but
can only do what you can do. 3rd and long here, 3rd and 7 for the Rockets. They've really not gotten things going offensively. Could use something here. Morgan slings it and intercepted. It's intercepted by Jaden Lark. Jaden Lark with the pick.
Threw off the wrong leg, Rod, that time, and boy, that hurt him.
Jaden Lark's on the throw. Jaden Lark's 2nd interception on the season.
The ball marked at the 44 of Rockvale.
So the ball at the 44-yard line of Rockvale for the Blackman Blaze. Alcoa defeated Maryville tonight 24-17. That was a close game throughout the night. Both of those teams were undefeated coming into that game. For you prep football fans, Cameron floats one out here right side. It's Dragoo trying to sidestep the sideline, 35-30, and inside the 30, flag flies, and it is going to be at the 27-yard line where the football is, but we'll see if this is coming back. It's a hold against Blackman, and it is. Boy, that flag was really late, so that means that hold happened at the 35-yard line, and Johnny was a yard from the first down at that point.
That's an unnecessary penalty because that did no good. I mean, holding him there, he'd already picked up a first down.
Right.
10 yards from the spot of the foul puts it at the 46-yard line. 1st and 12.
So 1st and 12 now after the foul marked off. Ball at the 46 of Rockvale. The Navy and Orange moving from left to right. coming to the near side is Grant Gardner. Breaks the tackle, 40, and tiptoes the sideline all the way down to the 35-yard line. What an amazing run down the sideline for him of 11 yards.
Didn't think he had a chance or any room. It's like you said, he just kind of tiptoed.
Boone making the tackle, and it's 2nd and 1 now. That really helps out that hold penalty from right before. 2 receivers right, 1 far side. Cameron to Gardner. Gardner going to plow forward, try to get that yard, and he does. It's a tough yard, but gets actually to the 33. So it's a first bank first down for the Blaze. A customer-driven bank dedicated to providing first-class financial advice and solutions. That's First Bank. 1st and 10 here now.
Boy, they're eating up some clock, too.
Sure are. Just thinking the same thing. I believe that's Odor on the left. Braylon Odor is a wide out. 2 more here near side. And Kemp in. Has the ball. Takes it left side and is going to be brought down for a loss by Evangelos Brooks. Lost 5 yards on that. Never got around the corner and actually was drifting back on that run. So it's a 2nd down and 13 from the 36.
That was a good open field tackle, too.
Sure was.
See how they're taking their time, though?
Yeah, they're
the clock just rolling down.
Taking as much time as possible here. Cameron slings it out right side to Ethan Carson. Carson 35-30, 25-20, down the sideline, 15, and inside the 15, finally dragged down at the 13-yard line. No flags on the play. And the Blackman Blaze are in the John Day Legal red zone after that 23-yard pass and catch from Cameron to Ethan Carson, the big 6'2", 220-pound senior.
Boy, he has been so effective with that little short dump pass to the right or the left, and it's been just really good for them.
You're seeing a lot of yak after this, yards after the catch by these receivers tonight. Junior Jabari Kemp in the backfield with Cameron. Ball going left side with Cameron. And he's going to be taken down at the 14-yard line. So only got a yard. Jalen Morgan with the tackle there. Kemp is trying to run it out wide, but those ends, like Morgan, are really getting in there to keep him from getting any yards.
Strong part of their game, too. They're fairly quick.
Going to work with the ball on the left hash here with the loss of a yard at 2nd and 11.
They are taking every bit of that clock.
Play clock is down to 6. Snap it with 3. Go to the air right side. Wilcox. Play like the one in the first half he scored on and is tackled out of bounds at the 6.
Number 15, Max Wilcox.
Max Wilcox has been a very valuable tight end out there.
Ryan Hodges.
It's 3rd down now.
It will be 3rd and short.
And 3 after Hodges maybe saved a touchdown. They can get a first down at the 4. Well, closer to the 3. From the right hash. 4 in the backfield. They're going power. The ball snapped and picked up by Ethan Carson and takes it left side in for the touchdown. Carson rumbling in 6 yards.
Don't know if that was designed that way, but it worked out, didn't it?
Sure did. And Carson with the Toots touchdown for the Blackman Blaze, and they extend their lead here. 4th score of the evening. Now there is a flag on the field. Touchdown is going to be good, however. And the flag is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So that'll be assessed after or on the punt, or I'm sorry, on the kickoff. I'll get it right. Don't forget, Toots, 4 locations in Rutherford County, and that $6.99 lunch special is something else. Burgers on Tuesday. Got those chicken finger baskets. Don't want to miss out on that. And there's a whistle and a flag on the PAT. So hold the presses here. So it's going to be a false start against Blackman, so that's going to make this PAT a little bit more difficult for Bromson. So he's going to have to kick this from 16, so it'll be a 26-yard PAT attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is true. So, your score with 2:25 to play in the third quarter. The Blackman Blaze lead 28-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
So what if your roommate decides to microwave a metal mixing bowl and sets your apartment on fire? I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wammel. Auto, renters, frankly, any kind of insurance. I've got your back. Call me at 615-890-0850.
Renters. When you combine State Farm, auto, and renters insurance, you will save money. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love to talk to you about combining your auto and renters insurance to help you save. Call me 615-895-2700. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports tonight brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, located in Smyrna at 199 Enon Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, 615-459-2683.
Laverne gets on the scoreboard. They trail in the third quarter to Stewart's Creek 35-6. Some new scores on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Kick is away. First time returnable tonight from the 10, 20. And that's about to the 23-yard line for Blackman brought the house. And on the return was Nathan Sandifer.
I don't know if y'all knew this, but Sir Pizza is sponsor of our Game and Coaches Show podcast. Find them at wgnssports.com or wherever you listen to audio. That's Sir Pizza. They've got 3 locations on East Main, South Church, and Memorial Boulevard.
It's good stuff. Sir Pizza.
And they all 3 have their own unique quality about them.
Yes.
Food's the same, but different atmosphere.
Very true. Love the swing on East Main. Keeper for Morgan. Pretty good yardage to the 35.
On the carry, on the stop.
So picked up 7 there. 28-0 Blaze. Blackman holds on here. That will set them up in good shape to punch their ticket into the playoffs as the 3 seed. Haven't heard much out of Riverdale Siegel of late, but they were leading 30-0. Morgan slings it, and it falls incomplete. John, he's got a pretty good arm.
Oh, yeah.
He's just...
It's just the inexperienced part of it, Brian. I mean, it'd be different if he'd been playing it for, like, the whole time. But
right. I mean, he has not had a lot of time back there for sure.
And I know where they want him. They want him out, out of wide receiver, but necessity.
Flag on the play. Carson on the takedown there. And Laverne Stewart's Creek game is go into the fourth quarter here now, and it's going to be a false start against Rockvale.
3rd and 8.
And let's see, it just got a score, 20-14, 7:37 to play in the third. Antioch leading Smyrna, but Smyrna did find the end zone.
Picking it up a little bit in that second half now.
Yep, 20-14. 7:37 to play in the third. Back to pass Morgan, now rushed out of the pocket. Gets away from one of the big linemen and just runs out of bounds at the 24.
Jalen Morgan on the carry, run out of bounds by 23, Tramel Johnson.
And that brings up a fourth down and a punting situation here for the Rockvale Rockets.
It'll be 4th and 14.
Danny's got the game covered there with Smyrna, and Clark Blair giving us updates on Riverdale Siegel tonight.
Jaden Guy is deep.
Guy is your deep man here. Rockvale running on a player here at the last second. Play clock down to 2, 1, and I don't know. I guess they're going to just get the kickoff, and it is hit off the side of his foot. Picked up at the 45, 40. And Guy is going to be tripped up. We'll see where they spot the football. It looks like it's going to be right around the 30-yard line.
Well, this is definitely not what Rockvale wanted. They really, field position has been terrible for them most of the night. Can't move the ball on offense, and that's part of the reason why they're struggling. They get good field position. Blackman's got a great opportunity again here now with 1:24 to go in the third.
They put the ball at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Cameron brings Gardner out there with him, it looks like. No, that's Kemp. So Kemp on the right hip. Passes left side. It's caught. Down to the 25. And that was a completion to Braylon Odor for an 8 yards. Well, I'm going to be interested to see Cameron's stats.
Well, I know one thing. He's hit about 6 different receivers, which is a really good thing.
He's got his tight end in on the action a couple of times tonight. Going to go with Kemp. Running it left side, running uphill this time, and gets it into the John Day Legal red zone to the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards and a First Bank first down. Seriously injured? Call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation, johndaylegal.com. Nelson with the tackle.
I like to see Kemp running vertical, going, like you said, going uphill.
Yep. That's kind of been a little bit of an issue. Probably the last play coming up here of the third quarter. Blackman in the red zone here. Play clock down to 4, and there's the snap, but it's a bad one, and Cameron just has to fall on it back at the 34-yard line.
Recovered at the 33-yard line.
Make that the 33-yard line. And that's going to run the clock out here on the third quarter of play. So it'll be second and I guess Rockvale when we come back for the Blackman Blaze on State Farm Prep Sports.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
Whether you're a student, alumni, or just a fan, Raider Tees has exactly what you need to help you cheer on the Blue Raiders on game days and every moment in between. We sell officially licensed Blue Raider gear, whether it's clothing, hats, flags, chairs, or just whatever. We have it all, including exclusive gear you won't find anywhere else. Like us on Facebook for updates on new Blue Raider gear and special prices or discounts. For all your Blue Raider gear, shop Raider Tees today. Bigger, better, and go blue!
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part by Animal City, Music World and Drummers Den, Stones River Town Center, and Mills Family Pharmacy. And you can tune in next time for the countdown to tip-off. Not tip-off, it's kickoff.
Yep, need to fix that, don't I?
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day, and after the game is the Prentice Awesome Heating and Air post-game show. Make a note.
Just did. Well, Blackman now moving from right to left. Cameron passes, finds his favorite target, John Dragu, and Dragu going to take it in to the house for a 33-yard touchdown. Have yourself a night, Marcus Cameron.
Yeah, and Dragu is right behind him with some pretty good catches and a nice run after the catch. Again, yards after the catch have been so impressive for Blackman tonight, but he's able to reach those receivers so quickly, Brian, that they've got plenty of time to be open and get that yardage.
That puts Blackman up. Got Oakland on the brain. Haven't gotten a score out of that game here in the second half just yet. And after the Toots touchdown, the point after good by Burrow Bomson, and your score here just starting the fourth quarter. Blackman up 35-0 here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey there, it's Brian, and I wanted to share just one reason why I've been a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee for years. What I love most is how they're always there for me, no matter what I need. I know I'm not just another number. When I have a question, I can count on getting a real answer from a real person who knows me and my financial goals. They're always showing up for me, and they can for you too.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
For nearly 2 decades, Mills Family Pharmacy has cared for residents in our community as if they were part of our own family, and that's the kind of service you want when it comes to your pharmacist. If you haven't checked out our gift shop at Mills, stop by today.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro. We'd love to have you.
Mills also has a medication compounding service for you and even your beloved pets. Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We are back here and just saw a score come across, 34-7 in the third quarter. PCA leading MTCS. And that's a third quarter score. Catch made inside the 5 here by the Rockets, and it's Paldo powering to the 20 to the 23-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Also, Ravenwood has just taken a 21-17 lead over the Oakland Patriots in the third quarter of play. I ask and you shall receive, thanks to Bob Bugg there. And we have, looks like a cramp. They're working on that with TOA. So let's take a little TOA injury timeout here. And it's 35-0 your score. Blackman on top. We'll be right back.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. You'd do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports brought to you tonight by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive. Also, Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home and State Farm.
The Siegel-Riverdale game is starting the fourth quarter now. And same score, 30-0. Riverdale leading in that one. MTCS trails 34-7. Oakland trailing Ravenwood 17-14. some of the newest scores here. Clock running in this game with your score 35-0. It's Riley Talley, who was the Rockvale player, cramped up. Morgan going to run it to the 26, 27-yard line. Picks up 4. And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard pickup there. Brown making the tackle.
If you're Rockvale, you just got to keep plugging away and try to do your best to move the football, maybe get a score out of this thing. Because this might be the last chance you get.
True. Morgan fakes the handoff, keeps it, now is going to sling it downfield. It's in the air. Didn't come down with it. And lucky that that ball wasn't picked off because it was tipped. 2 Blackman defenders there. That was just trying to keep the play alive, John.
Yeah, and he almost made a miraculous catch, but he was out of bounds even if he'd have caught it.
He may have caught it. I don't think so, but it was very close there out of bounds. But he was definitely over the sideline. Maybe a flag, I'm not sure. So 3rd down, no flag. They move the ball to the right hash at the 27. They need to get the ball to the between the 33 and 34-yard line for a 1st down. So 3rd and a long 6. Try to go with the run, and nothing there for Romeo George. And now a flag late, or maybe that's a marker because the ball came loose. It's white and not yellow. Roseman making the tackle. John, I don't know if you've noticed, but on this artificial turf, if the lighting is not great, it makes it hard to pick up the flags for some reason. I don't know.
I think you're right. Those are LED lights, I would imagine, aren't they?
Maybe so.
Plus the turf.
But the turf kind of has a yellow hue to it to make it kind of hard to pick up those flags sometimes. So on 4th down, Blackman to punt, and now whistle. And this is going to go against Blackman. Movement. It's only a 5-yard penalty. And on 4th and 11, it becomes 4th and 6.
We'll make it 4th and 6 at the 20.
Let me add that to the list of penalties for Blaze. They need 10 more to tie last week. Shanked it.
Sure did. Barely got it off, and it's going to bounce to the 41-yard line. And so once again, John, with the inefficiency of Rockvale's offense tonight, Blackman has also been gifted great field position all night long.
Oh, yeah, all night. It's either been a Rockvale penalty or, for instance, that punt was not good. But they've been losing yardage. What happens, they may get the ball on the 35 or 40, and then they lose 10 or 15 yards, so they're punting. They're already, in the back end there, and it's just tough.
Again, the last score we had out of Oakland and Ravenwood. Ravenwood leading 21-17 in the 3rd quarter. Nice run by the Blaze to the 25-yard line by Kemp. Jabari Kemp running downhill again. Gets a big first down after the 15-yard gainer. Reedy making the tackle for the Rockvale Rockets. Clock is running. 7 minutes to go.
Rockets have done a good job of containing the run. That's may have been one of the best runs from the line of scrimmage tonight.
Well, John, guess what? There's a flag against Blackman.
No.
They moved, so that is going to back them up 5 to the 30.
I have them penalized for 95 yards.
42-6. Kingston McQueen with a 5-yard touchdown for Stewart's Creek. They lead 42-6 with 4:39 to play in the game. Kemp runs right side, has some room to the 20 now again, and about a 10-yard run.
On the stop for Rockvale, number 35.
I'm not sure what's happened to him, John, but he was struggling to get around the edge, but now he's just kind of taking it straight ahead and doing well.
I think the Rockets are kind of worn out here, too.
Well, I guess that's true.
They've been on the defensive end for a long time.
Reedy made that tackle. On second down, Kemp again, turns, spins, breaks one tackle. And Brooks finally brings him down at the 17, picks up 3. They're operating here in the John Day Legal Red Zone, by the way. Seriously injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. We have another cramp, it looks like here. A Blackman player down, so we'll take a TOA injury timeout. 5:43 left in the game, 35-0, and it's the Blackman Blaze on top and driving. Stay with us.
Dr. Russell McKissick of Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance talks about the grassroots effort in our local schools to ensure proper care for players.
To make sure our teams are covered here locally, be there for our trainers. Yeah, it's a passion that we have to try to take care of our athletes here in town and be there just to keep everybody playing as healthy and as best they can.
From a community standpoint, one of the most important things you do at TOA, I'd guess.
I think it's definitely a way to pay back to our community, just to be there for them and watch some great sports too.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, live your best life.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony. Then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do. But your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more. That never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Jonathan Hamby in at quarterback. Hands it off here.
Trenton Tyler on the carry.
And that is number 25, Trenton Tyler on the carry. And he picks up modest yardage. Picks up just a yard.
For Blackman.
Blackman did some subbing here. It's 4th down and 2. They're going for it, it looks like. They give it to Tyler. Tyler around the edge, got the first down, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. Blackman Blaze, an 18-yard touchdown for senior Trenton Tyler.
Good for him. Got a chance to play, and he scores and kind of makes senior night even more special for that young man.
Another Toots touchdown for the Blackman Blaze here, and they've opened up a 41-0 lead with the extra point upcoming. Don't forget, Toots has that full rib platter all weekend long. That's Toots, good food and fun. And it's Braxton Bentley for PAT, and it's good. Your new score, 4:53 to play in the game, 42-0. Blackman Blaze in firm control of this one on State Farm Prep Sports.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Elkland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by JHA Company, Little Caesars Pizza, Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall in Smyrna, and Las Casas Feed Supply.
Welcome back here, and the Bentley kickoff gets the boot in it. Going to be taken by Paldo. Had to reach over his shoulder to get it at the 5, to the 10, to the 15, and wrestled down at the 17-yard line. And that's where the Rockets will take over. Final score tonight, Rockvale 30, Siegel nothing. So, John, that sets up a huge game at home against the Oakland Patriots, who are trailing Ravenwood 21-17. That one won't matter in terms of what that game means next Thursday night at Riverdale. That'll be for the region title again.
Warriors are putting together a really fine season.
Sure are. Handoff here and nothing doing. Rockvale has subbed liberally as well.
Looks like the offense of Riverdale's caught up with the defense.
That was
on the stop 71.
Reynolds, I think, on the run. Clock running here now. 42-0. Blackman going to win this one. And that will secure third place in the region for them, since they've lost to both Riverdale and Oakland. And Rockvale will play Siegel with a chance to get into the playoffs next Friday night. That will be our Friday night game. 2 games next week for us. A run to the 16-yard line by the Rockets once again, and that was Anton Reynolds again. So 3rd down and 11. One cool thing that the Rockvale band has, you see the LED lights on there.
Yeah, I like that.
Drums up there, that's pretty cool. One wide to either side for Rockvale. And another run up the middle and nothing doing there. And that was Reynolds.
Back to the 13-yard line.
Going to be 4th down.
It will be 4th
Sheeran on the tackle. 2:26 to play. Blackman's going to get the football back again. John, they get the football back, and if they can pick up a 1st down, this one will be in the books.
Yeah, it doesn't, with the clock running, by the time they run 2 or 3 plays, I don't even know if they'll need a 1st down.
Maybe not. With the clock running as it is. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show coming up for you after the game. Ball hits at the 35 and then, of course, takes a Blackman roll on the Rockvale punt to the 35. They have been snake-bitten in this game tonight in many ways.
It'll be 1st down for
John, you would think a team that
32-yard line
had as many penalties as Blackman did, but they just haven't had an answer.
No, it's a surprising score when you have 100 yards in penalties.
Yeah. Blackman will roll out here with Hamby at quarterback, the junior, Jonathan Hamby. The official talks to one of the wideouts, Tony Walker. Now he lines up to the right along with 2 more receivers. And Hamby hands it off. And run there by
Brady Walton on the carry.
Let's see, Jet Sagacha, I think. Reedy on the tackle. Only 40 seconds left in this one.
Walton on the carry.
And to the 26-yard line. And that's going to about do it here for us, it looks like. Blackman Blaze with an impressive win tonight over the Rockvale Rockets. With your final score, it's going to be 42-0. I don't think Blackman is even going to run a play here. About an 8-second differential, and they're not. So that's going to be it. Final score tonight, 42-0. Blackman Blaze a winner. They will play next Friday night. And Actually, they have a non-league game next week. We'll tell you about the schedule and all coming up in just a moment. But right now, your final score here in this one, 42-0. The Blackman Blaze are winners this evening. We'll have score updates on all the other games that are going on and much more as we jump into the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. That is coming up next on State Farm Prep Sports.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
I want expert advice on going 100% solar.
I want to go green without breaking the bank.
I want to meet my sustainability goals.
I want solar to be simple.
Done, 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 done.
I want to save the planet.
Little hero, let's start with one of MTE's solar programs first. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at mte.com.
Murfreesboro is conducting a special census. Listing everyone in your household helps the city qualify for more funding to improve roads, parks, and services. Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
All we need is your address and the first and last names of everyone living at your home. That's it. Take part in our 2025 special census.
Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Hey, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
Your home, your auto, together, they're where life happens. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let me help you by combining your home and auto.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose. You do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
For 150 years, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee has been helping local businesses with their banking needs. Hi, this is Justin Burris, commercial banker at the 1708 Gateway Boulevard office. Let us show you how easy it is to do business with a true community bank. Local people making local decisions for our friends and neighbors like you.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
And welcome back to Blackman High School, the Inferno, Bart Smith Field for the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air services all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Rely on the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air to keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, they're on West College Street. You can call them at 615-890,
1311.
1311, yeah. I was doing that without even reading the script. I guess that's what you call trying to do it from the brain, and it didn't work. But anyway, final score tonight, Blackman 42, Rockvale nothing. And let me give you a few scores. Smyrna has scored. They trail 26-21 just around the start of the fourth quarter. Finals tonight, outside of this one, Riverdale 30, Siegel nothing. And it was Stewart's Creek a winner over Laverne 42-6. Those are the scores we have. And Oakland still trailing Ravenwood 21-17. That game still in the third quarter of play. So those are some scores on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Looks like Oakland just scored, by the way. With 3:55 to play in the third, it's Oakland 24, Ravenwood 21. New score update on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. So, with that being said, let's turn things over to John here on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show then.
All right, it's time for our Sir Pizza replays. And Blackman, it was all Blackman tonight. They scored first with 2:47 to go in the first quarter on an 11-yard pass from Cameron.
Sir Pizza
replays.
Gardner on the right hip of Cameron here now. Looking to pass, has some time, looks for the end zone, caught! Touchdown! And it's the Blackman Blaze, James with the TD. Mark James.
Nicely thrown. He bobbled it at the end, but I think he had it. He held it long enough. A really nice throw by Marcus Cameron. Blackman scored again with 8:30 to go in the second quarter. This time, another pass, this time from Cameron again.
Replays.
Here's a catch. It's going to be thrown to the tight end, Wilcox. Yes! Touchdown. Blackman Blaze, a 7-yard strike, and Cameron is having himself a night.
Second touchdown pass of the evening. He's perfect throwing the football on the evening. The third pass came with 2:04 to go in the half. This time an 11-yard pass.
Replays.
Cameron looks this way quickly. Pass to the tight end, Wilcox. 10 to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown. Blaze, 14 yards. Cameron to Wilcox. It's the sophomore show here tonight.
Well, Cameron is just red hot, and Rockvale in their defense has tried to put some pressure on him, but his release is so quick to Wilcox, he was able to get out to the open, and then he took it the rest of the way. Blackman then, in the third quarter, after the half, leading 21-0, they score by the run this time, a 6-yard run by Ethan Carson.
Replays.
They're going power. The ball snapped and picked up by Ethan Carson and takes it left side in for the touchdown. Carson rumbling in 6 yards.
Don't know if that was designed that way, but it worked out, didn't it? 33-yard pass next time by Cameron. This was his fourth of the game with 11:50 to go in the game.
Replays.
Cameron passes, finds his favorite target, John Dragu, and Dragu going to take it in to the house for a 33-yard touchdown. Have yourself a night, Marcus Cameron.
Yeah, and Dragu is right behind him with some pretty good catches and a nice run after the catch. Again, yards after the catch have been so impressive for Blackman tonight, but he's able to reach those receivers so quickly, Brian, that they've got plenty of time to be open and get that yardage. And Blackman scored for the final time an 18-yard run by senior Trenton Tyler.
Replays.
Give it to Tyler. Tyler around the edge, got the first down, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. Blackman Blaze, an 18-yard touchdown for senior Trenton Tyler.
Good for him. Got a chance to play, and he scores and kind of makes senior night even more special for that young man. 42-0 our final. Blackman wins it on senior night for them, and that's your Sir Pizza replays.
Sir Pizza. That's your Sir Pizza replays. Be sure to check out the Sir Pizza podcast later and download and listen back to the game at wgnssports.com. And for your next family night, don't forget Sir Pizza. From the traditional pepperoni to the signature royal feast, Queen's Feast, or King's Feast, Sir Pizza is ready to feed your hungry family. Sir Pizza on East Main, on South Church Street, and Memorial Boulevard. Plus, you can order your favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com and on their app. Download to start earning rewards points.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Rod Edwards joined me to go over the stats here in tonight's game. Brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, JHA Company, and Josh Houston, and Winners Trophies. Rod, I'm going to let you go ahead with the stats, and definitely in Blackman's favor tonight.
Oh, definitely. On both sides of the ball, except the numbers sound a little better for the tackles and all for Rockvale because they didn't have the ball much.
Yeah.
It was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, you know, and Blackman really had time of possession, and don't tell him what it was.
Field position, time of possession, you name it, they got it tonight.
Right. But leading Rockvale, Evangelo Brooks was all over the place. He had 6 tackles from his linebacker position. Joshua Decker had 4. And here's one that was kind of interesting. Dallas Paldo, we saw he was all over the place too. And in 3 plays, he had a tackle. Then he knocked down a pass, which would have been a touchdown. And then there was a block field goal attempt, and he recovered it. So that was 3 plays in a row that he put out the effort. So here's a boy that, even though things were going bad, was giving it everything he had. So those were the – and Steven Nelson had 4 tackles for Rockvale also from the defensive line position. For Blackman, Tramel Johnson had a great game defensively, 4 tackles. He does it every week. And of course, Ethan Carson had 3 tackles and a sack, which was a real big play that really just kind of ended the night for Rockvale. And Jaden Lark had an interception. In a good all-around defense, everybody was involved in tackles for the Blackman Blaze.
All right, offensively for the Rockvale Rockets, a tough night for the Rockets. Morgan was 2 of 7 for 1 yard passing tonight. He did throw an interception as well. Romeo George had 5 carries, 8 yards. Morgan 9 carries for 11 yards. Paldo 1 carry for 35 yards. It was the biggest play of the game for them. And Reynolds -4 on 3 carries. Rockvale rushed for 44 in the first, 42 in the second, for a total of 86. They had 1 yard rushing, 1 yard passing in the entire game for a total of 87. For Blackman, good night for Marcus Cameron, running and passing. He had 2 carries, 22 yards. Gardner, 10 carries for 42 yards. Jamari Kemp, 16 carries, 69 yards. Ethan Carson had a carry and 6 yards and a touchdown. Tyler, 2 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown. Cameron, 12 of 13 for 172 yards, 4 TDs, no interceptions. He plays like that. Blackman's going to be a tough out when it comes playoff time. They rushed in the first half for 82, second half 76 for 158. They passed for 100 in the first half, 72 in the second for 148, and 330 yards total offense for the Blackman Blaze. They did have 95 yards in penalties, though, and, of course, that'll probably be the first thing Matt Kreisky talks to me about tomorrow on the Coach's Show. That's a look at our stats, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. Final score in this one, 42-0 Blackman over Rockvale.
All right, guys, appreciate it. Next week, we've got 2 football games. On Thursday night, it'll be the Battle of the Borough as the Oakland Patriots travel to take on Riverdale on the road. Blackman is at Coffee County. It's Cane Ridge at Smyrna and Laverne at Antioch. That's next Thursday. Then next Friday on the radio from Siegel, it's Rockvale Siegel. And then Stewart's Creek is at McGavick, Eagleville at Cornersville, MTCS at Easel Harding, and Webb at PCA. So those are the games coming up next week. So look to see you all Thursday and Friday next week.
We'll do, boss. We'll be here.
All right.
You'll be here.
Fun. Yeah, that's fun.
Where are we at Friday night?
We're at Siegel.
Okay.
It is.
Long drive.
Well,
Rod, you got that one.
For you.
Yeah.
It's Rockvale at Siegel on Friday night. So there you go. Here are some scores on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard, and most of these are final, and those that aren't are really close scores. So here we go with your final scoreboard update here on air. It was it's Oakland leading Ravenwood 24-21 with about 3:55 left in the third. That was a few moments ago. Also in progress in the fourth quarter, Antioch 26, Smyrna 21. Let's see, PCA is leading MTCS 41-7. That's in the fourth quarter as well. Finals tonight, Riverdale 30, Siegel nothing. Eagleville a winner over Richland 26-7. Nice win for Eagleville tonight over Richland. And it was Stewart's Creek a win over Laverne 42-6. That is your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner coming up bright and early in the morning. Thanks so much for listening in tonight. Want to say thanks to John and Rod here, of course. Our camera operator, Micah Robeson, and the playback of this game, video-wise, will be up on our YouTube channel later on this evening. Our producer back at the station, Jackson Smith, punching all the blinky buttons back there tonight. And that's going to do it here from the Inferno, Blackman High School. Final score tonight, 42-0. The Blaze improved to 5-4 on the season. So long, everyone, until the next time we meet at the game.
Rutherford County's biggest sports events are on News Radio WGNS, FM 101.9, FM 100.5, AM 1450, streaming at wgnssports.com, on our iPhone and Android apps, and always at the game.
We now return to regular programming on News Radio WGNS.
Rely